Howdy. I thought I'd have a look at this circuit breaker here. It's a 20 amp, 25 amp circuit breaker, and when you put it on, it's open circuit. So I've got the multimeter here set on continuity, and just take a look, and it's on. So there and there, not a sausage. So I've drilled these out with a 4.5mm drill. Let's see what's inside of it and why it no longer wants to operate as a circuit breaker. Not too sure which way. Oh, there we go. Now here we go. Well, there's some discoloration there, you can see. It's a sort of a latch. It seems to be some sort of a latch there. So where's the discoloration? From seems to be from this little quenching device here. There's some discoloration there as well. Oh, in fact, look at that contact there. Look at that. That does not look, that's dislodged. That has been dislodged there. So take the quenching circuit out, quenching device out. This device, if you've been watching any BigClive's videos, this is a quenching device, so that if there's a short circuit, this quenches the spark. The spark travels down here rather than going through the mechanism, and results in a, oh, now look at this. Look, now let's see if we can, yeah, you can see it's not actually operating. For some reason, this has become dislodged, and wow, look at that. Yeah, it's not even making contact. There's the contact there. You can see the contact there. There's a bump in the contact there, and it mates with that particular contact there. You can see where it's just a little bit of sparking there where it's been in use, and you see that quenching device there is isolated from this plate here and that plate there, and that's on the input side and that's on the output side, and you can see the spaces there and there where it actually isolates, but it causes a spark to travel down through here, and it uses sort of like a, what do they call it, Jacob's ladder sort of effect in here for the spark to go up through there and then dissipate. So the idea, I think, is that the spark will come down through the centre here, and because of the way electricity wants to work, it wants to move upwards towards the outward edge here. If you've seen a Jacob's ladder effect, you have wires coming out like that, expanding out as it goes up, and the spark begins at the bottom and then moves up and then dissipates as it reaches the top. And you can see that goes on there, and that probably, not entirely sure what the purpose of the slots in that is for, but you can understand where the spark wants to go past through the centre there, and then between the plates, and then gradually dissipate as it comes out, and then that'll quench your spark. So if there's very high current, that'll quench it. That's your very short trip there. That trips you. That pulls that back and trips it. But this has become dislodged. I think I'll just pull the thing out, see why it's become dislodged. Here it's at an angle and it's crooked, and I think, I reckon it might be broken in there. Might be broken. So I need some long nose. No, I don't need long nose pliers. That will come out. That's fine, that's not broken, that's intact, and that's still, that's your contact there, and that works fine. That's sprung. You see, that will, when you have a very high current through there, it will pull that back, and not anymore, and trip the pull it back through there and trip it. But I think this is probably broken. I think this, yeah, there we go. It's coming out now. There's a little, yeah, there's a spring there that against the lever, that's not broken. That's, oh look, you see, yeah, it broke there, broke away there. That's where it broke off. And the pin, the pin that goes through the pin there, and it broke off from the pin, and so became dislodged and bent away that way, and would no longer make contact. So there we go. That's the inside of a circuit breaker, in case you hadn't seen one. I'll leave a link to BigClive's videos. He did a much more detailed teardown of a circuit breaker, but after his, I thought would be curious to see what went wrong with this one. But I think his circuit breaker was also broken, but in a different spot. But here it's broke there, and I think it probably just broke through use, or maybe there was a flaw in the plastic, something like that. But you can see it's been in use for a while, so I thought instead of throwing it straight in the bin, I'd open it up and have a look, and there you go.